Hey guys, it's me again, Britta, and welcome to my channel. If you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe to my channel. So today I'll be sharing on how I got my overseas driver's license in the Philippines, converted here in Victoria, Australia specifically. So different state, different rules. So I would recommend to check on your state on what the rules are. But my case, I'm from Victoria, so this is how the process is here in Victoria. So just a disclaimer as well that I'm not really from Vic Road, so whatever information that I shared from the time of recording and by the time that you are actually watching this video, a lot of rules may change, fees may change. So I really recommend that you check the Vic Road's website to verify. Here in Victoria, when you're doing a license conversion from overseas, they have a recognized countries and the unrecognized. So basically the recognized countries is you don't really have to do the tests, so you just have to apply and then go to the Vic Roads and get your driver's license converted. Some of the recognized countries are like USA, Singapore, UK. These are just a few. But for the unrecognized countries, which Philippines is, we need to do all the tests, like the online tests, the driving test, and basically all the steps on getting the driver's license. So if your country doesn't fall from these countries, you really have to do the test. So in my case, my driving test appointment fell after the 6 months validity. So basically your overseas driver's license is valid to be used in the road here in Australia for 6 months. After that, at least you need to convert it within that 6 months. So that's what it means. I'll also share how I got it converted, even if I've already exceeded the 6 months validity of my driver's license. So the first step is sign up to Vic Roads for an account. So in the description down below, I'm going to pop the Vic Roads website, so you can just go there and create an account. Okay. The next part is do the learner's course and pass the learner's permit test. So basically the learner's course is you have to do a 4 to 6 hours or more depending on your time. For me, it took me more than 6 hours actually to finish the course. And then there are tests in between, and there's like a knowledge test, and then you would have to take the actual learner's permit test. So it's very, very similar to the course. So as long as you've watched, you've taken the online course, the learner's permit test would be very easy for you. So the learner's permit is just free. Okay, so this is optional. You can get a learner's permit card if you want to, or you can keep using your overseas driver's license. Basically, if you have enough time to convert it, you don't really have to get the learner's permit card. But for my case, I needed to get the learner's permit. So how to get the learner's permit? You just have to walk into a licensing center. For my case, that's close to my area is Sunshine. So I just went to Sunshine and applied for a learner's permit, and then I got the card within 2 weeks. So just before my driving test, I got my card. And then what that means is because my 6 months is already over and my driving test schedule was past that, I won't be able to partake in the driving test. So you need to hold a valid license, and in my case, I needed to have like the learner's permit. So as long as your overseas driver's license 6 months is still valid, you can keep using that until you get your driving test. Yeah. So the next step is book a overseas verification appointment with Vic Roads. This cost me $20 for the appointment. So during my appointment, I just went there, brought my identity documents, which is my passport, and then I brought my overseas driver's license and my proof of residency, which is a bank statement. You just have to make sure that there's your address in the statement, so that's very important, just to prove that you are living here in Victoria. Okay, so after you have your overseas driver's license verified, then you can take the hazard perception test. This is very similar as the learner's permit test as well. Very similar, but more of like decision making when you're on the road. This is free for the first time, but if you fail the first time, the succeeding test will cost you $20 each. So for my case, I took it once only, so it was for free. Okay. After you get your hazard perception test, then you can do your driving test. So the next step is booking your driving test. So for the driving test, it cost me $71 to book a driving test appointment. So yeah, and then in my case, I don't really have a car, so I have to book a driving school for a car hire. So I spent $270 for the car hire plus a 30-minute driving test preparation with the instructor. So basically, you have an instructor together with you in the car. He'll be sitting with you in your test. So if you want to learn more about the driving school that I attended, please do comment down below and I'll show you the info. For the driving test, it's actually divided into two parts. First is the pre-drive check, which is you're going to be asked to identify the parts of the car, and the second part is on-road driving, which is divided into two stages. So the first stage for the on-road driving is you'll be doing stopping the car, doing intersection, basically just driving it around, and you'll be asked to do a low drive parking, which is either 3-point turn or reverse parallel parking. And then for stage 2, you will be asked to do change lanes, drive in high-speed main roads in merging traffic, and then you go back to the testing center. And then after you do the exam, if you pass the test, they will ask you whether you wanted a 3-year driver's license, which costs you $94, or a $300 for 10 years validity driver's license. So it's up to you which ones you want. So the difference between an overseas driver's license versus a new driver's license is that if you're an overseas driver's license convert, after your driving test, you're going to get a full license. Whereas if it's a new driver's license, you're going to get the probationary license. After 3 years, then it becomes a full license. So that's the difference basically. If you have any more questions, just do comment down below. I'd love to hear them. And I really do hope that my information has helped you shed some light on how you can get your overseas driver's license converted here in Australia. So yeah, if you guys haven't subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe to my channel. I'd really love to have you guys. So thank you for watching. Have a great day. Bye.